Hi, I'm Heidi Nord with the Brilliant Dyslexic, and thanks so much for watching the sound juggling video. If you're having some issues with reading, it might mean that you have dyslexia, and people with dyslexia are actually very intelligent. And sometimes people don't feel that way in school. Sometimes students think because they're having trouble with writing or reading that they're not very bright. But I want to tell you that that's not true. Actually, what's happening is you're very intelligent. It's just that your brain is structured differently, which makes the specific reading challenging. But as long as we work on things to make those areas better, you actually are very, very gifted. So it's nice that we know so much about dyslexia now, and we can change some of the things people felt in the past. And that's what I'm hoping to do with these programs. So we're working on processing sounds, and that's it. So let's go ahead and start. So letters, I want you to not worry about those because we don't really need them in order to process sounds. I will be adding letters later when I have, when you watch my next program, which is called Spelling Stinks, because come on, let's face it, spelling stinks. So we're going to have some fun activities to do with that. And this one, though, is just about processing sounds, so we're not worried about the letters, and you can best process sounds by hearing them, seeing them, touching them in the air as we go along, and by saying them. And I actually have a video about tasting sounds, believe it or not, and that's a fun one to watch. So if you want to look for that, you can. Here is our first one. This is o, a, g. P, o, a, g. In plug, what if I take off the g? Then you're left with p, o, a, pla. This next one is s, o, a, d. S, o, a, d. In slod, what if I take off the s? Then you're left with o, a, d, lod. This next one is g, o, v. G, o, v. In grove, what if I change the to ol? Then you're left with g, o, v, glove. And then, what if I take off the ul? Then you're left with g, o, v, gove. This next one is k, ul, a, k. K, ul, a, k. In clock, what if I change the a to I? Then you would have k, ul, I, k, click. And then in click, what if I take off the ul? Then you would have k, I, k, kick. This next one is b, ul, e, k. B, ul, e, k. In bleak, what if I change the E to A? Then you would have b, ul, a, k, lake. And in Blake, what if I take off the b? Then you're left with ul, a, k, lake. This next one is s, k, t. S, k, t. In skirt, what if I take off the t? Then you're left with s, k, skr. This next one is k, e, k, k, e, k. In creek, what if I change the E to O. Then you're left with k, o, k. And in croak, what if I take off the Then you're left with k, o, k, coke. This next one is t, oo, p, t, oo, p. In troop, what if I change the oo to a? Then you're left with t, a, p, trap. And then what if I take off the Then you're left with t, a, p, tap. Okay, here is the next one. It is s, t, a, f, s, t, a, f. In stuff, what if I take off the f? Then you're left with s, t, a, sta. This one is s, ol, I, m, s, ol, I'm. In slime, what if I change the I to a? Then you're left with s, ol, a, m, slam. And then in slam, what if I take off the s? Then you're left with ol, a, m, lamb. This next one is p, e, ch. P, e, ch. In preach, what if I take off the p? Then you're left with e, ch, reach. This next one is ga, ol, a, s. Ga, ol, a, s. In glass, what if I change that a to e? Then you would have ga, ol, e, s, glease. And then what if I take off the o? Then you're left with ga, e, s, geese. This next one is ba, ol, e, ch. Ba, ol, e, ch. In bleach, what if I change the e to o? Then you would have ba, ol, o, ch. And in bloach, what if I take off the ba? Then you would be left with ol, o, ch, loach. This next one is da, j. Da, j. In dredge, what if I take off the j? Then you would be left with da, dre. This next one is k, e, s. K, e, s. Increase, what if I change the e to a? Then you would have k, a, s. Increase, what if I take off the Then you're left with k, a, s, case. This next one is s, t, e, p. S, t, e, p. In steep, what if I take off the t? Then you're left with s, e, p, seep. This next one is t, ought. T, ought. In trot, what if I change the ah to oo? Then you would have t, oot. And in troot, what if I take off the Then you're left with t, oot, toot. The next one is d, s. D, s. In dress, what if I take off the d? Then you're left with s, rest. This next one is d, ip. D, ip. In drip, what if I change the I to ah? Then you're left with d, ah, p, drop. And in drop, what if I take off the Then you're left with d, ah, p, dop. Here is g, ip, g, ip. In grip, what if I change the I to oo? Then you would have g, oo, p, group. And then, what if I take off the g? Then you're left with oo, p, roop. This next one is ed. Ed. In shred, what if I change the e to o? Then you would have ode. And in shrode, what if I take off the Then you're left with showed. Showed. This next one is plead. Plead. In plead, what if I take off the p? Then you're left with lead. Lead. Thank you so much for coming to the Sound Juggling program. Remember how bright you are, and I hope you have a very fabulous day. Bye.